I would say that's doing the trick. I didn't realize how many people didn't know this, to blow dry bangs first. As these are drying, they're creating shape. If you dry the rest of your hair first and leave these to just go willy-nilly, especially if you have any cowlicks or any curls, you're going to run into trouble. So I always blow dry my bangs first, blow dry what kind of go out of control a little bit for me, and then I work on the rest and get volume all in through here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's been up in my little turby twist for a long time, so I'm going to re-wet just the crown there where I end up having a separation and a little bit here. Yeah, that feels better. Comb it out. I realize that I'm very hard on my hair, and I think I have breakage because I'm often impatient, and I start combing my hair from the top versus the bottom. Really important to start from the bottom and work your way up. So I'm going to part my hair about where I want it to go. Okay. And then I can remove this a little bit, and I don't have to clip it, but if you want to clip it, you can. It doesn't matter what blow dryer you have. I have the Dyson, I have the Shark, I have one from Amazon. I tend to always go back to the Dyson. You may be able to find a sale. For the front of my hair, I use something a little bit smaller. I'm using a vent brush. A vent brush looks like this. They allow the air to go through, and it blow dries your hair much faster. Also looser though, so you may end up with more frizz depending on your hair texture. I place my brush like this and then lift up and turn. And you can, I don't know if you can see how much tension I have on that. Because I have cowlicks, whoa, I can't see you. Because I have cowlicks, I really have to put tension on those areas. I don't wanna make you. Tell me why you're not just calling. My cowlick is right here, you can see. So I wanna make sure that I'm gonna pull this down. If I don't, you see how this curls in? My cowlick, my bangs are gonna go like this way. I want them to go this way. So you'll see when I use my brush, I'm gonna pull down, and then I'm gonna go in the opposite direction that it wants to go. See how that's going that way now? Same thing on this side. I've got a cowlick that wants to flip my curl like that or my bangs like that. If I don't get that pulled down a little bit tighter and directed the way I want it to go, it's going to go all wonky. If you can imagine, if I were to blow dry it from underneath, it's going to push that area up. I don't want that up. It's already naturally wanting to go up. I want to pull that down to have more control. If you're somebody that doesn't have cowlicks, you may want more volume here, and that's where you have to consider styling it differently. Maybe elevate your bangs more and blow under here to get that lift. Now if I go to blow dry the rest of the hair, I don't mind if it's a little bit frizzy because I style that afterwards anyway. My intention right now is to get the most volume possible. If I get a lot of volume in my hair, it stays clean longer and I don't have to wash it every day. And plus it just looks pretty. To do that, I'm gonna switch to my larger vent brush. I can grab more hair with this. I can flip my hair upside down. And if you can imagine, these kind of act like fingers, only better. In this area, you notice I'm going opposite, right? I want the volume here. I don't have a cowlick there to help me out. So I want the most lift possible. So I'm going to go against where it naturally wants to fall. It wants to fall down. I want to go this way, and I'll show you what happened. I didn't use any volumizing mousse or anything. I could, but I generally don't need to. I am going to try something in the end, though. I bought a new product, and I want to give it a go. Look at all the lift that has there compared to this side. And that's only one section of my hair. If I get all of the hair underneath to do that, I'm going to have a lot of volume. Usually around the front, I'll be a little bit more precise and I won't tip my head over. But when I get to the back, I flip my hair over, my head over, so that my hair's flipped over. And then I do it from there. And I still use my brush. I can use my fingers, but I use my brush because it makes sure that it doesn't get knotty. And yeah, it's just easier. All right, so I keep adding as I go. The one section is dry at the roots. Now I'm going to grab more. I'm not sure if you noticed, but as I get to the ends, I let it go because I'm kind of running into some knots there and tangles. I don't want to push my brush through it. I'm just releasing it from my brush, and then I'll deal with the tangles after. It's not too bad, but if I keep yanking it, it's going to break the hair. I want to show you something. So this hair, this section has been blown out with the nozzle. Hang on. the nozzle is going this way. So it's laying the cuticle down nice and flat, and that's creating the shine. And I'm pulling really tight, like as if it was in a flat iron. Where this, I'm being a little bit looser with it, and the air's blowing a little bit more sporadic. So it's going to create a little bit more, I don't want to say frizz, but texture. And I actually don't mind that, because if I get this too smooth at the roots, it goes flat really fast. That's why I like to rough dry it first, because even if I go to smooth it out after this, I won't smooth the roots. I like that a little bit rougher. Now I'm going to flip. Now that this is hot and dry, I'm going to give it a cool shot so that it doesn't flatten out as soon as I flip my head back over, because if it's still hot, it's going to create the shape. Yeah, it's going to flatten out. So I want to cool it off before I flip over. I'm going to press this button right here, and that will give me my cool shot. And now I'm wild, and there's a little bit of my cowlick there happening, is it? Darn it. It's so strong, isn't it? It's okay. Mostly good. Now I have a choice. I can run some oil through this, let it all settle down. I can comb it out to create the shine and leave it voluminous like this. And I could do that actually. Let's see what that looks like if I do that. I am going to use this up and maybe try something else. I love it though. This is the Unite Blonda oil. And I just put like, come on, like that much. Even that might be too much. Let's see. Really emulsify it in your hands first. And I'd never touch it to the root. Only the ends. I worked so hard on getting the volume in my roots, and if I touch this to my roots, it will mess it right up. And my roots aren't fuzzy. I don't really feel like I have to style it now, and if I weren't going anywhere today or about to film another video, I may just leave it like that, and that way tomorrow, if I want to style it, I still have some volume left. But I am going to show you this. So I have shown this in a previous video. This is the main thermal brush, and I don't want to do too much. I don't want too much of a bend. I don't want it to look curly. I just want it to look finished. And my bangs are going super nice, so that makes me happy. I bought a few products the other day and I want to try them out. Okay, I got Kenra Dry Volume Burst. Let's see what this does. It's instant, it says. Whole can, 8 to 10 inches from the hair. Oh, it says lift and spray from the roots to the ends. If you were a clip, where would you be? Because I want all that volume here, and I worked really hard on that. Well, not hard. That was easy. I really just want to smooth out the ends. I'm not going to go too high with this brush. Yeah, and it just smoothed it out. Did that do it enough on this side? Yep. This is not tedious. This is so easy. It's like running a brush through your hair. And I'm doing the top first because that's what everybody's seeing, and then the bottom. And there we go. I don't care if it's flipping out or flipping in. And it doesn't really need to sit there that long unless you've got really curly hair. See the difference? Now this one doesn't have as much volume, which is fine. I could have run a curling iron through it too. This is really more of a smoothing tool. Sure does make it shiny. Okay, just a little bit here and a little bit here. I'm gonna keep this out because I like the volume. Let's see if I can get away without doing it to that piece. Nah, I'm gonna have to. Okay, well, just lightly. Do want that going back a little if I can help it. One more for good luck. Again, not going to the root, just the ends. That took me 30 minutes total, 28 minutes actually. Now I want to try this out. Kenra Dry Volume Burst, 9 times the volume it says. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, that worked. Smells good. Let's try it on this side. I'm a little wild. Let's not forget the back. Good volumizing product to me means that it's not going to be sticky. I can run my fingers through it, but it's also going to bounce back. So if I flatten this out, how easy is it going to be for me to fluff back up and create texture? And I would say that's doing the trick. What happens if I brush it? That felt good. It didn't feel like it was sticky. Yeah, and I still have volume. This is not sponsored. I paid for this, and I'm very, very happy with this. Look it. And I can run my fingers through it. That's what I look for. Let me know if you've tried this before or if you've tried something similar. What's your favorite volumizing product? Let me know in the comments.